Let's get some final thoughts from trader Mark Sebastian of Option Pit Mentoring. Mark, what's your take on the comments from the Fed?
Yeah, Powell said they're going to do QE for the time being, and they're going to continue to do QE as long as they need to. They're not going to do negative rates, which I think the markets actually do like. And, they're going to be there basically to support the system. $120 billion a month in QE purchases is a lot of liquidity being provided. And, I think that should give some insight into maybe how bad the economy is. That is a lot of bond purchasing. Now, we do have green shoots. It's nice to see things reopening, but clearly Mr. Powell is concerned.
What would be a trade for you here?
I'm really watching closely the trade between the Nasdaq 100 and everything else. This week, we've seen the major, industrial stocks, the V economy stocks, having a lot of pressure on them. Notably, like XLI, XLE, XLF, so the financials, industrials, and energy are all down in the week after having a spectacular week last week. Meanwhile, on really not a lot of news, Apple is completely off to the races. It is blowing the top off its all-time high. Amazon, Google, Facebook, and Microsoft, very similar patterns along with the semiconductor index. So, I'm asking myself, why is this trade starting to happen again? We saw it work well during the COVID crisis, and now that we're coming out of that, you would think that trade would unwind. But the last few days, they've been putting it back on. So, one has to wonder: are we getting set for another outbreak? Are traders trading it that way? Or is this another Robinhood trader effect running these names higher? But I'm watching these Nasdaq names get really, really, really hot while everything else gets sold off, and it makes me want to get into energy, industrials, and the financials rather than buying tech on the house.
Absolutely. I think you are not alone with watching that money rotation that's been happening in the market. Always good to have you here. Thanks so much, Mark.
Thanks for having me.
More Business First AM. Check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.